Hello, friends. Do you like ice, but you want a lot of little pieces of ice, but you're sick of how your refrigerator does it? Or, better yet, you have a refrigerator that does not give you ice. Well, fear not, because here I am. I'm going to be reviewing the ITwist round ice cube tray. Now, I took all the things out of the box and washed them because I don't know where they've been. You never know, you know. So in this box were, in order, we have this clear Tupperware little container, and then inside of there we have several sheets of plastic in little bubble molds. They came in little pairs. So one side has little holes in it, as you can see there. And the other side does not. As you can see there, no holes here. So, the idea, and also, it did come with two other things. An instruction booklet for all of the types of little sheets that this company makes. But for our purposes, we only have, oh goodness gracious, we only have this one here. So this gives us step-by-step instructions with pictures, so you can't screw it up, right? So step 1 is fill water. Step 2 is press the lid slowly. Step 3, press the button. Step 4, press the button. Step 5, twist and twist. And step 6, add 0.55 inch ice ball to the cup. So interpreting that, I presume, step 1, you take your tray that does not have holes in it, fill it up with water, and then you take this and you put it on top, because see, these will snap together, just like that. You can press that together, see? And then when you've got all of these pressed together, see, then you can put them inside. It also came with a little shovel, presumably for when these are finished. You can scoop that out of there. But then you take your little ice sheet and you gently will set that in your container, and this will hold all of them, hopefully, fingers crossed. So since this is ice, I'm gonna do as instructed. I will fill water. I will press the lid slowly. I will press the button and press the button, but I will leave the twist and twist. I think that in between press the button and twist, we are supposed to freeze. So I will be freezing these. Now, there is a Q&A section on the tips part here. How long does the ice tray need to be frozen to form? Answer: the small ice tray needs to be frozen for about 24 hours. Large ice trays need to be frozen for about 36 hours. So if you were thinking about it, now you know, according to this handy-dandy scientific chart. What else does it say that may be important? It says, what should I do if it is difficult to open the ice tray after freezing or the ice cubes crack? Answer: the ice tray can be left for 3 minutes after freezing, or the back of the ice tray can be rinsed under the water tap. I presume, translation-wise, this means it's left outside of the freezer for 3 minutes, or run under maybe a lukewarm tap to warm it up a little bit. And then number 3, how much water should be filled to the ice tray to form a perfect shape? Answer: fill water to the position where the water level line is marked inside of the ice tray. See, this is why you read the directions. There should be a water fill line, and yes, indeed there is. If you look closely in here, might be hard to see. Right there, there's a little line right where my finger is. You see that? That's the little line right there that we're going to be needing to fill that to. So I will check back in with you Probably wearing a different shirt, but who knows? Peace out. Right. Now, through the magic of television, it is now tomorrow. It has been at least 24 hours, and now we can enjoy the fruits of our labor. I have filled up the trays you see in here with water up to the fill lines, snapped on the lids, pushed down on the buttons as instructed, and I put them all in here. Let's see what we got. This will be a little unboxing. So, got some bonus frost here on the lid. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Our spoon seems unscathed, but maybe a little frosty here. Now, here's the real deal. This is what it looks like afterward. I will say, when I was filling these up, these tiny little holes, water will spout out of them like tiny little fountains. It's like going to the Bellagio in your own home. So let's take these out. Looks like these two have stuck together a little bit from the ice. See, because this one, it looks like has leaked some ice out on there. So here's the bottom one. And there's the end of our little Tupperware. So I believe the next step, according to this, is twist and twist. So what we're going to do is we're going to try pop this apart. Oh dear. Okay. So there's the top. A couple little nuggets stayed up there. And then here's the rest. Oh! Look at that. It's pretty good, huh? So then maybe I can just tilt that. It does say twist. Oh! That was pretty satisfying. Maybe if I tilt this down a little bit, you can see. So I twist it, and then see there, it pops right off, huh? And see there, she's empty. You can set that aside. See, because it's got these little ice dots in there, huh? It's like little glass beads. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Yes. I will say it is kind of difficult to get the little pieces out, and especially because the water comes through the back end. But I mean, you could just snap this back together and stick it back in the freezer, or if you wanted, you could just throw it in your sink and let the ice melt a little bit that's left. But let's get some more ice breaking action going here. So as you can see, this one I did not line up the top and the bottom. There was no instruction on whether to do so or not, so we'll see if that yields any difference. It does make a cool noise. It is very cold in my hands, obviously, because it's ice. So I'm going to twist and twist. Let's see, there we go. This one's a little more difficult because of ice on top here. So yeah, it's hard to push these out, and you just can't quite get all of them out of here. Now I may have overfilled it a little bit, but I did try my best to go to the little fill line in here. But I'm gonna twist it. See, most of it just pops right off though. Pops right off, and maybe you can smack it a little bit, and then that'll help. And yeah, see, the bottom ones seem to come off pretty nicely. The top ones, not as much, because they have the little holes that they can seep through. It's not working. Let's see, maybe if I take my little shovel, I can kind of... Well, that's literally not helping at all. Alright, so there's that one. Now, there's some more ice-breaking action for you. Now this one, the bottom had basically none of it in there. And then the top is the part that has all the ice. Go figure on that. Maybe it's because of how it was stacked up in there. I'm not quite sure. I'll set that aside. And this will be our icebreaker action, if we can get it to break. twist and twist thing, the twisting does seem to be working. I will say it is a good idea to wear this apron because little tiny pieces of ice are falling on me. So I would advise, if you are doing this, do it at a place where you're fine with little pieces of ice coming to haunt you. Or, at the very least, tiny little pieces of ice falling on you, and then that's fine. So here, the top one here, top layer, also had that. So maybe towards the top it had more success having the water on the top. I don't know. Maybe I filled it more as I went along. I'm not sure, but it did stay. And see there, look at that. It's kind of satisfying, though. It's kind of satisfying. I mean, these will probably pop out easier if I leave them out for a hot minute. A hot minute, because it's ice. So wipe the water off my laptop here. So overall, I got a pretty good yield here. Here's my little scooper for reference. You just take that and what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, the scoop is difficult. Kind of have to hold it exactly horizontal. It's gonna come right out. But the ice also seems to stick to it a little bit. Maybe if it's wet, I guess. But anyway, this is the twist. The ITwist, because we were twisting. Round ice cube tray. And I forgot to mention yesterday, it came with a little book that I have now lost. It came with a little book with smoothie. Oh, there it is. I have a smoothie book. See, here's the it has little recipe book that came in there for how to use your ice. Though it looks like all of these have ice or filtered water, so ice is not necessarily required. But if you're gonna go to the trouble, might as well. And then here we have this fancy font. This says, "Enjoy restaurant quality nugget ice in your home. A perfect addition to kitchen gadgets for chilling all kinds of summer delicacies such as cocktails, whiskey, fruit juice smoothies." Well, there should be fruit juice and smoothies. Period. And these ice trays satisfy your needs on various occasions, parties, dessert, stores, bars, etc. So, there's my review. I will say for satisfaction, 5 stars. No problem. It was fun to twist the thing out of there. Filling it up was a little bit of a thing. I'll say be careful because there's these little grooves in here. The water will bounce right out of them. These don't hold very much water. So if you have like a shower head kind of a setting on your sink, or just run it very, very lightly, don't full blast it because you're going to get water back up onto yourself and your face or whatever. Again, apron was helpful in that sense, even though it wasn't necessarily needed. It helped me not get covered with water when I was putting that in here. So there you go. So I'll say it's very satisfactory. It does the job. I did get a good, decent amount of ice. I mean, that's going to hold me for a while. I mean, this thing is not going to be full by any means. But I mean, if you wanted, you could, freeze these again separately. I am but one man. There's only so much ice I can get through, right? And in all honesty, you're only going to need like a scoop and you're good. Unless you're my dad. Shout out to my dad if you're watching this. Hi, Dad. He would probably put at least like 2 heaping scoops in his drinks. He loves his ice. So Anyway, ice molds. So I would recommend this if you're someone who likes your ice. You like it being like littler or daintier or whatever, or you just want a lot of little pieces. Maybe you're kind of like a ice sucker, and you like having a little, it's kind of the perfect size. It's just like a little marble, and you can suck on your ice. Guilt-free, right? Don't bite them. If you do, don't remember it's ice, so it's like a rock. So don't bite your ice. But it is nice. It's kind of refreshing. So I recommend this. I will say, ease of use, a little bit of a setback on that with the water coming out. Some of the little ones staying in the package, in the trays afterward. They'll likely come out after it's warmed up a little bit, but I don't know how long that'll take. So I'll still give this a solid 8 out of 10. I will use this again, and I would say, get this or something like this if you're someone who likes ice. Very big fan. So, happy icing. Stay cool out there.